Noggin celebrates Black history, If I Were There. This story was sparked by the explosion of art, music, and culture in Harlem, New York in the 1920s, which was called the Harlem Renaissance. Destin imagined what it would have been like if he were there, to actually see, hear, and be inspired by so many great Black artists.
What's up, guys? I'm the brownstone on the corner of 137th Street. This is Harlem in the 1920s, a great time for African Americans. Whew, there goes a great man, someone I will have on my stoop any day. He is Langston Hughes, a great inspiration to many artists around the world. He deals with the struggle of racism, not through violence, but by putting pen to paper. He is Black and proud. Later, Langston. There's a lot of pride here in Harlem. Just look at that beautiful sculpture across the street. It expresses the rising of Black America. Looking at it makes me feel like I'm 10 stories tall. Thanks, Metta Ward Fuller, for bringing Africa to Harlem. Harlem never sleeps. Oh man, that music lifts my spirits and rattles my windows. People from all over come to Harlem to hear the best music around. My personal favorite is Louis Armstrong. Boy, could he scat. Skitter, scat, scat, the rap, rap, rap. Harlem is full of talent in the 1920s, and this is just the beginning. Luckily, this brownstone's gonna be here to see it all. Later.
This story was sparked by the bravery of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad during a time in history when Blacks were forced to be slaves. Camila imagined what it would have been like to be a slave that was on her way to freedom.
Shh. We have to get ready to go.
Where are we going?
We're going north to freedom on the Underground Railroad.
A train that goes underground? Cool.
No, it's not a real train. It's a train of people. And the conductor is Harriet Tubman.
Who is she?
She's the woman that will take us to freedom. Many people call her Moses. See, there are a bunch of people from here to Canada who want to help us. They're called abolitionists.
What's an abolitionist?
Abolitionist? Which means they want to get rid of slavery.
Are they slaves like us?
Some are, but most aren't. Many of them risk their lives to help us. When we leave tonight, we'll go to a house through the woods, miles away. If you see a quilt hanging off the front porch, that's a sign that it's okay to go in.
Who's there?
A friend with friends. With that password, they'll let us in and we'll be safe for the night.
What's freedom like, sister?
Well, it's everything we've ever dreamed of. We'll be able to go to school and read and write without having to hide. No more working from sun up to sundown and not being paid for all of our hard work. It's gonna be hard. We might not, well, never mind.
What?
You don't have to worry. Harry will take care of us. It's almost time to go. Do you hear that? That must be Moses. Let's go.
Are you scared?
Well, yeah, but it's better to try to be free than to be a slave. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go.
This story was sparked by the heroes of the Negro baseball leagues during a time when Blacks weren't allowed to play in the majors. Omari imagined what it would have been like if he were a catcher for Satchel Paige, one of the greatest pitchers in baseball.
I played with the best players ever. Ted, Double Duty Radcliffe, Cool Papa Bell, and Leroy, Satchel Paige, one of the greatest pitchers ever. What, you never heard of them? No, they don't play for the major leagues. They play for the Negro Leagues. We travel all over the country playing other Negro League teams, and sometimes we even play white teams. playing with the Negro Leagues can give you the best feeling of your life and the worst. You'd think they'd let us get a good hot shower after playing the best ball they'd ever seen. It sure doesn't seem right, but that's the law of the land. Jim Crow and segregation for all. Sometimes things get so exciting on the field that it helps us forget how difficult things can be off the field. Like today, the Negro World Series of 1942, the day Joltin' Josh Gibson and Satchel Paige will finally face off. That's Josh Gibson. They say he's the only man to have actually hit a ball right at a Yankee Stadium. And with 84 home run hits in one season, he's something to watch. And that's Satchel Paige, my favorite player of all time. He can throw the ball so fast, he can make it look like a pea. Satchel and Josh used to play on the same team. Back then, they joked around about playing against each other and finding out who's the best. And here we are, the showdown. Satchel versus Josh. I sure am glad to be catching for it.
This story was sparked by what really happened in Little Rock, Arkansas back in 1957, when 9 teenagers made history by becoming the first black students at an all-white school. Morton imagined what it would have been like to be the 10th student of the Little Rock 9.
It's my first day of school, and it's a big first day for my school, Central High. I wish everyone weren't so angry. I'm not going to be afraid. Last night, I heard my mom talking to my dad, and she sounded worried. Dad was worried about me too, but he wouldn't show it. He had to be strong for Mama. I wanted to tell them I would be fine, if only for their sake. I am a little nervous because I'm only one small person. I'm not going to be able to change the world, am I? Mrs. Bates told us that we should be proud of ourselves and we should walk into that school heads up high and learn something. I probably won't be able to make any new friends here, but it's okay, because that's not what I'm here to do. Well, here goes.